Okay, so one thing that I haven't covered at this point is character design. And up until Mila and Rig in DOA 5, we felt, well, including Mila and Rig in DOA 5, we felt that the characters being added, and even Momiji and Rachel, well, Rachel and Momiji were already in prior Ninja Gaiden games. I think Momiji was from the DS version of Ninja Gaiden initially, and is the sister to the dead Kyo who died in Ninja Gaiden on the original Xbox. And Rachel was obviously the demon slaying woman that Ryu meets in the first Ninja Gaiden as well. So these characters had a particular style about them that fit Kyo Tecmo's, or back then Tecmo's, in terms of Ninja Gaidens, it was just Tecmo, wasn't it? In terms of the DOA 5, it was Kyo Tecmo. But it fit their, style for their characters in their universe, in their DOA universe. In DOA 5, Marie Rose turned up, and really doesn't fit that style. Apparently she's supposed to be some answer to one of Tekken's characters. Honoka also turned up, and she's one of these kind of fighting styles of a few of the characters that we already have. And in this game we have two new additions, which is Nico, who kind of looks like a cross between a Square Enix generic sort of, RPG type character, and C. Viper from Street Fighter, in terms of her electricity and gadgetry and stuff, which I would say to this, C. Viper's way cooler. Diego turns up as well, and I don't even think that he fits into the, already the older Tecmo style characters in the DOA universe. To me, he looks kind of like a cross between a Street Fighter-esque and a Tekken-esque character, but nothing to do with DOA, in my opinion. So the styling of these characters, both my daughter and myself, doesn't fit in with the other characters, and we don't like these characters. We don't like them at all. We wish they would just go away. The other thing about the two new characters, if I click on Diego, is their move list. Their move list really is different because there aren't many longer strings. Maybe they're characters that will be built on and added to as the versions of DOA go on. I know other characters they were kind of fleshed out a bit more, but even other characters seem to have a bit more about them moves wise at the start when they were introduced. These ones, if you look at Diego's command list for example, there aren't many long strings there at all, and there are a lot of one button, one note stuff. If we go back facing, where are the strings? And I just find that not only in terms of their character design, but in terms of their movesets, they are unlike other Tecmo characters, and we like them less as a direct result. Well, I can't think of anything else that I wanted to cover specifically regarding DOA. DOA has been a topic of conversation in my house because of my daughter and myself's love for the series and their excitement for the forthcoming game since the beta and the deluxe demo, and we've been, excited for the new game. So I've had a lot kind of to get out there from a personal point of view, but I have to say that I've put these videos together really as a direct response, which they're titled, to a review on Game Central that I'm just fed up of. It's almost like that review was like another review for a DOA game, but with a few words changed to fit the latest edition. That's honestly how it felt. And I bet if I went back and searched DOA games, the fighting games and stuff, that, it would prove to be that way. I could almost write the review. And the other thing about reading that review is it was a bit weird, because I think I remember DOA 5 scored around 6 out of 10. Not that I think that scores should be given, actually. I think a more comprehensive review should lack a score, and I think that the emphasis should be on talking about the game. But hey, it was kind of like you read the review for DOA 6 and then you expected it to be lower. You expected it to be looking at 3s or 4s. And one of the things that actually I've remembered that I would like to talk about when talking about this stuff is the personalities of the fighters. And this is one of the things that drives me nuts, because in the instruction booklets, remember them, of the previous DOA games, and including the older volleyball games, you got things that, the characters liked, their, favourite things, or, what they did. And coupled with kind of like how they were, like, for example, Tina and her dad and stuff. And then when you went into the volleyball games, which, get a lot of bad press, and whatever, really, whatever, I care not. I liked the volleyball games for the simple reason that I absolutely love my character in DOA. Christie's very, very connected to me as a games player, simply because, when I get the pad in my hand, I love using her in the game. I love playing as, Christie in the fighting game. I love her moves, I love her animations. I love, the fact that if I get in that zone, that my mind switches into a position where I don't need to think. I can just play, and that's a beautiful spot to be in. When I take that love I have for my character and I place that into the volleyball game, the volleyball game's a collecting game, but I remember in the old Xbox, when you played tag with the girls, in their relationship would be directly affected. You could increase their relationship rating in the volleyball game from tag mode in DOA. So the two games are connected, and it's all about loving your character. Sitting Christy down at a table and giving her a tomato juice and an apple and a piece of chocolate in the old volleyball game. Yeah, it was, her favourite things, and making sure she's not in the sunshine during the day. Just her favourite things. And it's kind of an extension of that love for my character I had as a games player. It's very easy, it's a very one note, and it's a very boring, it's a very tired and trod, and as I said before, hypocritical way to write a review to say, they don't have any personality. Well, that just means that you haven't connected with the game, because actually I find that the girls do have personality. And when I play the game, I can go through scenarios with my daughter and we can have a really good laugh about, how one character will act with another when we tag up. And it's kind of like video games are that bit that give you, they fire your imagination, and then you carry that on, in your love for the game to have fun in the way even if you would with your mates or whatever. And I just find the whole kind of avenue of, the very easy target, it just tells me that the reviewer wasn't interested. That's what it tells me, and they were more interested in pushing an agenda. So I didn't talk about that, but there it is. So yeah, I think I'm pretty much tied up now of all the points that I can think of, and things I wanted to say. So yeah, this little collection of my response to this review, which I felt necessary. and necessary because there are other things that I've responded to and not had emails printed, and I've absolutely shown conclusive proof, like Pez being broken, and like, you know, when I talked about Forza 6 and I put all the links there for everybody to see, being duped out of all that cash and stuff. And I don't make money on my channel. I don't have an agenda to push. I'm a customer, and I get angry and I get ticked off when people tick me off. And when I read a site that's supposed to be by professional reviewers who are supposed to give an informed, impartial, objective review of a product that people will be spending money on, and all I read is an agenda and a narrative that they push, and you can blatantly see it's hypocritical, not just because of the site that it's on, but how they treat other games, you know, that have the same sort of things, then I do get ticked off and I do need to talk about it, and I have done that. Signing off now, I think. It's been a bit of a trek to get these videos done, so whatever you're doing, take care.